Easy go.
Alright, how's it going, guys? It's Harp, and I got a question for all y'all out there. So, have you ever gagged, like, full on, like, gotten sick just off of a photo? Because for me, this had never happened until today. So, I'm one of those people who can sit around and I can look at, like, very, like, effed up stuff. Like, you know the website Best Gore, where you could, like, look up photos and videos of people being executed and just gory shit. All these different ways of, like, tearing apart the body and killing people. I could, like, just scroll through there casually and not even feel anything but sympathy. And, like, there's this Instagram page called Medical Talks. They're a page that they post a lot of, like, medical surgery related videos. But you could find some really messed up photos in there that, if you're a normal person, unlike, ooh, that headshot. If you're a normal person, unlike me, you might feel pretty sick after watching a lot of this. I was just sitting there scrolling through my Instagram feed in the middle of class, and there's this girl who sits next to me. Never said anything to her in my entire life. I've sat next to her for 2 months, and it's kind of just been like awkward silence between us for 2 months. And she looks over at me on my phone, and I'm just scrolling through, and she just sees this foot. And this guy was wearing, like, sandals, and he got into a motorcycle accident at like 75 miles per hour. And you could see the bone sticking out. There was no flesh. It was all just like blood and muscle and veins. And ugh. I'm not exaggerating or anything. Like, if you go on their Instagram page, like, you can seriously see it is not for the weak of stomach, to put it at the least. Now I can sit here and scroll through all that, feel fine, not feel sick. I'll just be like, youch, that looks painful and stuff like that. But I'm not gonna feel sick. I think I can do all this just because I've been watching, like, all the Saw movies and a bunch of horror movies at, like very gory horror movies since a very young age. So I felt nothing to this. Until today. Well, last night, actually. So it was around 1 a.m., 2 a.m. And there's this girl that I dated a long time ago. It's been almost a year ago. And she's just awful. Like, I've made several videos talking about her, but I deleted them, like, off my computer before uploading them. But basically, whenever I first started dating her, she was beautiful. She was gorgeous. I was attracted to her. But now but after we broke up, she kind of lost control of herself. And what I mean by that, she basically shaved her head. She gained, like, 35 pounds in 2 months. I think she weighs almost 100 pounds more than she used to at this point. And I know they're supposed to say no body shame, but imagine having this girl, right? Long, beautiful hair, and, you know, the hourglass-shaped body. And then within almost 6 months, she goes to mildly obese and shaves her head. Plus the lack of hygiene, and you can kind of always hear her breathing at all times, you know? She's one of those people who, once they're in a room, they're kind of like two black chicks in a mall. Now, not being racist, but you get what I'm saying. If she's in a room, you know she's in a room. Now, with that being said, she's a little disgusting. So my friend sent me a photo of her. He's like, how do you feel about the way she looks now? And he sent me a photo of her from like 2 months ago. I'm like, ugh. I looked at it and like cringed and like I gagged a little. I'm like, ugh. And that's the first time that's ever happened. And he heard me. He's like, what's wrong? I'm like, this is the first time I've ever gagged at a photo. He's like, no, you're exaggerating. I'm like, no, I'm really not. But then I stopped looking at it. I don't know what came over me, but I couldn't look at it. I just physically couldn't look at it. So I put my phone away and I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to go on my phone, because he's going to go out of his way to try to gross me out, because he now knew that it was going to gross me out. And he knows that I'm a pretty strong person. Like, I could look at really bad photos and feel nothing. Good, I could do Reddit 50/50 and not even cringe. So anyway, it's about 2, maybe 3, still feeling good, drinking some water. I feel perfectly fine. Perfectly fine. Not a single thing wrong with me. And then I'm starting to feel a little tired. I'm like, you know what, I'm going to go to bed. So I tell him I'm going to go to bed. Both say goodnight to each other, and I hit the hay. And I'm laying in bed. I'm just laying in bed on my phone, and I'm like, you know what, I'm going to scroll through Instagram a little bit. I'm scrolling through, and he sends me a photo. And you see, we like to send each other memes a lot, or just funny videos and shit, so I'm like, oh, this is probably like a video or something. But no, I was wrong. He sends me a photo of her. How do I describe it? screaming in pain Jabba the Hutt with the Lord Farquaad wig inside of a 2 size too small My Little Pony dress wearing a push-up bra. There you go. Oh god. I want to see someone Photoshop this and then compare it to the original photo. And for privacy reasons, of course, I'm not going to put it on YouTube. But, you know, if you DM me on Twitter, I might just send it to you, you know? Or I might just post it on Twitter, so follow it. So I look at it, and I look at it, and I don't know what it is at first. Like, I legitimately had no idea what it was at first. Like, at first, I legitimately thought it was an animal. Like, I cannot stress. Look at that corpse launch. Instant replay. Instant replay. I cannot stress. So I look at it, and then I realize who it is, and I'm like, wait a minute. And like, instantly my eyes just started shooting around, and then I felt my stomach gurgle. Immediately I just started to gag, and then I jumped out of bed and ran to the toilet. I just started vomiting into the toilet. I know this is gross, but this photo of this one person made me throw everything up. And I'm not sick. This happened today. I feel fine. Looking at the photo of this person made me legitimately throw up. I legitimately felt like I was going to die because of how unpleasant this photo was. Well, anyway, you know what? This is going to be the end of the video, guys. Hope you all enjoyed. Comment down below what you want to see in the future. Please follow all my social media. All that's going to be in the description. And if you want to see the actual photo itself, DM me on Twitter. And maybe 24 hours after this video goes up, I might post it. Be sure to use code HARP for a discount on all Fatal Grips as well as Insane Labs purchases. And, yeah. It's been Hart, guys. Later.
Easy go.